do Coach Mike Krzyzewski. Before we get to the conference, here to present the NCAA NABC Coaches Trophy is NABC President and the head coach of Georgia State, Ron Hunter. Ron.
Thank you. On behalf of the NABC, we would like to present the Coaches Trophy to Coach Mike Krzyzewski. Unbelievable game, Coach. Unbelievable 9 months for you. You won a gold medal and a national title. I won't say that I'm very envious right now, but just congratulations. Team got down 9, and I thought you did a terrific job of managing the game and getting the game back. But representing college basketball terrific tonight, so congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Here's your Coach's Trophy.
Thank you very much.
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Do I get a chance to say something?
No.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you. A beautiful trophy and significant. It signifies an amazing win tonight over a great basketball team. You know, Wisconsin is also deserving of being a champion, and it was a game. It was a heck of a game. And when we got 9 points down, we're in foul trouble and a little bit disjointed. You know, Grayson put us on his back, and we went to him kind of exclusively because of his ability to drive and penetrate, and he did. He finished. You know, he got 16 points, hit his free throws, got a steal, and then it won't show up in the stats except for his rebounding and blocks. I guess that's pretty good. But Emil Jefferson was a huge factor in this game. His defense and how he battled everybody. He battled everybody. Put us in a great position. And then the ball screen stuff with Tyus just worked out well. My team had great grit and determination, and our defense down the stretch was magnificent. And then we scored. I mean, we were fabulous down the stretch. I mean, I don't know how you can be any better than we were down the stretch, except Tyus going in for that layup when he should have taken it to the side, and I wanted to break his neck. But other than that, yeah, great stuff, and I'm proud of my team.
Okay, we're going to get a photo
Sure.
shoot, and then we'll bring the student athletes up.
Whoa. Sure.
Thank you, Ron.
It won't look as good. Side. All right. No, this is one win. Thanks. All right. We
Okay,
get them.
yeah, they're going to come up and get the trophy, and then we'll bring the.
We can take this trophy.
They're going to take the trophy.
This is one for my house. I don't know if we'll be coaching one.
Okay, Coach has already made his opening statement, so we'll just go straight to the players for questions. Raise your hand, and we'll get a mic to you right here.
Aaron Beard with the AP. This is for Grayson. Just how do you keep your mindset when you're in a year when you have some games where you play a little bit, some spot minutes, and then you get to the biggest game and you have to be out on the court for major minutes and make a big contribution?
Grayson?
Well, coaches told me all year to stay ready, and in practice, these other 7 guys have really given me confidence, and they've been supporting me all year. And to be in the position where you're coming off the bench, and these guys have still supported me and putting confidence in me. I knew that I was capable of doing it just because of what they've been telling me all year.
Right here.
Steve Futterman with CBS News for Tyus and Grayson. Just your thoughts right now. You've done it. You've won the national championship. What's going through your heart and mind right now?
Tyus?
It's hard to put it into words. It's just, this is just such a special group, and, the best team that I've ever been a part of, and we've worked hard all year, and this has been, our one goal that we were working for. And no matter if it was getting up extra shots or extra running, trying to get in better shape, or tough practices. Just believing in one another, believing in coach and everything that they're telling us. Because we knew at the end if we did accomplish this, it was all going to be worth it.
Grayson?
It doesn't feel real right now, to be honest. For me, dreaming of being here and to have it my first year here at Duke, it's amazing. And this group has talked about this moment since the beginning of the year. But saying it and actually getting it done are two completely different things, and it's been a tough road. So to be here and to be able to do it with this group of guys is so amazing.
Right here.
Robert Littell from Black Sports Online. This is for Grayson. In the first half, you guys had a really hard time drawing fouls against Wisconsin. You're down 9, and then you kind of take over. You start getting to the line. You start drawing contact. What did you see from their defense that made you think and allowed you to exploit them and start basically getting them into foul trouble?
Well,
Grayson.
I saw openings to drive, and Quinn has been a great shooter for us all year, and so they were really staying on him and not helping off. So that was able to give us open lanes to attack the basket, and I just wanted to stay aggressive and go up and try to draw a foul.
Over here.
Dana O'Neill with ESPN. Quinn, could you just describe what it felt like to be on the stage watching One Shiny Moment with Coach Krzyzewski?
Quinn.
Surreal, something that we've all dreamed of. Growing up watching Duke, watching Coach K win championships and celebrate with his great players. You always want to dream of that, and to be next to Coach, he's been like a father to me over these last 4 years, and to have him, with his arm around me and hugging me, while we're watching One Shiny Moment was probably the best feeling of my life, and words can't describe how everyone is feeling right now, and I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed that Coach thought I was good enough to come to Duke.
Back here.
Quinn. Back here, Nancy Armour, USA Today. As a follow-up to that, what does it mean to be able to give Coach K his 5th national championship? Now the only person who has more is Coach Wooden.
Quinn.
All year, and especially this past week, and this week of preparation, Coach has been making it not about his 5th, about our first together. I can remember when we won 1,000 games for him. He was more worried about getting our 17th win, and not all his players. Not just thinking about him, just thinking about us and our team. And he's kept us all in the moment of this team. So it's great to get him his 5th, but I know he's happy that this is his first with us, and it's just something that you dream of, winning a national championship.
Over here.
John McCann with the Herald Sun in Durham, North Carolina. This is for Grayson. Grayson, the poise, the aggression that you played with out there, is that purely an example of or a byproduct of going against guys like Quinn and Tyus in practice all season?
Grayson.
I think definitely. We push each other in practice because we know that's what's going to make us better. And so, that was big preparation for me to be in this moment.
Right here in front.
Noah Kozlov, Cinesport for you. Grayson, you grew up a Duke fan. When did you start putting yourself in this position when you were a little kid that you would have such a big part in a national championship game?
Grayson.
Well, I dreamed about it, I think, ever since 8th grade. I saw them win 2010 that national championship against Butler, and so I've dreamed about being in this moment since then. Never thought it would actually come true, but for it to happen, it's amazing. I'm lost for words.
I'm sorry. Back here.
Roger Rubin from the New York Daily News. Question for Quinn. Quinn, it's obviously your team, but tonight the 4 freshmen scored 60 points, and every point after halftime. Can you speak to what you've seen in their arc this season and what they've accomplished and where they stand as a group?
Quinn.
They're amazing. They're amazing. They make up half our team. It's 4 of them, and they came in so close, so together, and so humble. Those guys are so humble. All top 20 recruits. The #1 class. They came in so humble. It was all about the team. Worked. All of them worked. All of them looked up to the upperclassmen for advice. They didn't think they knew it all and things like that. And they worked. They worked hard, and it paid off tonight. They've been making plays for us all year. And You know, it's great that it paid off in the biggest game of everybody's lives, and I'm grateful for those young guys because, you know, for them to perform like that on a stage like this says a lot about those guys' confidence, and you know, I'm just thankful that they came to Duke.
Right back here.
Jerry Ahern, USA Today Sports for Tyus. Tyus, what did you guys say to Jaleel to kind of get him going, and did that spark his strong finish to the game?
Tyus.
We didn't have to say, you know, anything to Ja. He's all about the team. You know, unfortunately, he got into some foul trouble, but you know, all the time, you know, everyone on this team is telling each other, you know, just stay in it, and we never get down on ourselves or one another. You know, this team is so close that, you know, it's all about winning, no matter who's stepping up, no matter, you know, how you're playing individually, as long as the team wins. And, you know, he got into some foul trouble, but he was able to come back in, and, you know, because of his positive attitude, he made some big plays for us down the stretch.
Right here, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Washburn, the Sports Exchange. This question's for Quinn. Quinn, you have the unique perspective of having played at Duke for 4 years. You saw this team at one point in March. It just seemed to grasp Coach Krzyzewski's defensive philosophy, and it carried you to a national championship as much as your scoring. Could you talk a little bit about when you saw that flip, or when did it happen, and how did it happen?
Quinn.
I think, you know, I really started to notice it after we beat UVA at home. And, you know, guys really, you know, kicked it up a notch in practice when we went through defensive things. And, you know, it became fun, you know, getting stops, stringing stops together. And, you know, we knew defensive rebound would win us a championship. And, you know, a couple let-ups here and there, game here. But, I mean, in this tournament, I mean, we played outstanding defense, all 8 guys. Just our preparation, you know, our watching film, our walkthroughs, you know, we went game speed and everything we did. We prepared so well. Our coaches don't sleep at all during the tournament, and, you know, it pays off. And, you know, for us to put on a defensive performance like that against one of the better teams in the country is outstanding. And I'm just so happy that, you know, the little things that count, and it counted today.
Can I add one thing with that? All these guys have become they're really students of the game, and they share knowledge. They talked well. And if you look at the stats tonight, 2 of my players had combined 2 points, Matt and Emil. And I don't know if you can give points defensively, but they were incredible, those 2 kids on the defensive end. And I think you start taking more pride in it, and they talked well.
We're going to take 2 more for the young men right here.
Mark Tracy, New York Times. This is for Tyus. You come from halfway across the country from Duke. You made a decision to go there based, you know, kind of on other people who were going there as well. What were you hoping to accomplish with that? How were you hoping to accomplish it? And did it play out as you envisioned it?
Tyus.
I just wanted to be a part of a special team. You know, I knew the guys on the team already prior to, you know, stepping on campus. I knew Grayson, Justice, and Ja already before we even got to campus. And I just trusted, you know, Coach K and everyone on the staff, you know, with all my heart. And I believed in everything that they told me. And I just wanted to help, you know, contribute to such a special group. And I wanted to go somewhere where I knew we would win. And as soon as I stepped on campus, you could just feel, you know, the family atmosphere. And it was just, you know, always positive energy, everyone caring for one another. And you could just tell that, you know, this year was going to be special.
Right, 1 more for the players right here.
Ryan Hurley, The Chronicle. For Emil, Jolly got in foul trouble. They were killing you guys on the offensive glass in the first half. Can you talk about your mindset on the defensive end, especially in the second half? You got matched up with Kaminsky a couple of times.
Emil.
For me, it was just about making positive plays. You know, we have an amazing group. We have guys that can score, amazing talent. So when I'm out there, I'm just trying to do, you know, whatever I can to help our guys. And, you know, today it was, you know, being strong on the defensive end and, you know, trying to make a play at all times. I think all our guys, you know, feel like are confident enough, you know, in their abilities, no matter if they're in the game or starting, that they can make a play. And, you know, I was out there, I was able to make some plays, but our entire group was really huge tonight, and I'm extremely proud to be on this team.
Thank you, fellas.
All right. See you guys all. Don't get in trouble.
All right, we'll continue with Coach Krzyzewski right here on the left.
Yeah, Mike, Mick McKay from Detroit Free Press. What was going through your head with John, foul trouble? How long to keep him out? When to put him back in? And what did you tell him right before you put him back in?
I didn't tell him anything. You know, when I put him back in late, you know, we just thought that he'd be he might, especially on the out-of-bounds situation, you know, we might get something. It wasn't exactly what we diagrammed, but he's in a good position, and he's done it all year. And I think the foul trouble got to him and Justice. And we didn't play well at the start of the second half. For about 10 minutes, I thought they were really outplaying us. And they're still young guys. I know they're pro prospects and all that, but they're young guys. And learning how to play hard and strong and tough when you have that foul trouble is something you learn. And thank goodness he came in and got it. But we didn't, I'm sure Jeff, John, and Nate said stuff to him like stay in with it, but he came up with two huge plays for us.
Right here.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports. Mike, how does this compare? When the final buzzer sounded, you just had a look of pure delight on your face. Can you rank this with the other four that you have?
Yeah, well, all of them are great. You know, it's the one that you're in this moment with is always the most current, and you can feel it the best. I haven't loved the team any more than I've loved this team. And, you know, we have 8 guys, and 4 of them are freshmen. For them to win 35 games and win the national title is incredible. And when it's over, and I would have the best appreciation of that because I've been in this for 40 years. And I'm the coach of that group that did this. You know, how good is that? And they've been a joy. They've been an incredible joy. So, you know, when you're already happy and you get happier, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty good.
Back in the back.
Coach, Sam Panayotovich, WGN, Jaleel, Jabari, John Shire, even Anthony Davis, Frank Kaminsky. Chicago continues to produce a lot of high-quality players.
Good coaches, too.
Good coaches as well. How important is it to control that area?
I don't know if we control the area, but
Just to be in the conversation.
Yeah, we do well with our players. You know, wherever they're from, our players get better. They become not just, if they're going to be pros, they become good pros. They all become good men. They all become good men. And so you have a great track record. So you're going to get good players because it's not just our program, but Duke does that. You know, that's why I've been at Duke for 35 years. Duke's made me unbelievably good because they're around excellence all the time with all the kids who go to school there. And we've been fortunate to get a lot of, you miss Chris Collins, you know, from there. That's been a good area for us.
Right here.
Michael Presti, NCAA.com. There's a scene on the court afterwards, Mike, where you're picking up each grandchild.
Yeah.
Something you weren't doing in 1991 and 92. What's it mean at this stage in your life?
Thank goodness for my daughters.
What's it mean at this time of your life to be able to share this moment with a family like that?
The best. You know, we've been able to do it with USA basketball in the last Olympics. Everyone was there. Actually in Beijing, but we didn't have as many grandchildren then. And the cool thing about it now is my grandchildren are older, you know, 15, 14, 11. 2 of them are 11, the twins, and they know it more. So they, you know, the thing is, they live it all the time. My daughters, we talk about it. So they've shared it, and to share it with them, it's always been a family thing, and now we got a bigger family. You know, to see my daughters crying, you know, we're coming here on the cart, and the one grandson I did not see was John David, Jamie and Chris's son. And so we're going by, I say, stop, stop. And he's very eloquent. You know, what is he, how old is he? 5. And he says, congratulations, Poppy. I said, stop the cart. I got to give him a hug. You know, and, you know, just cool. It's really neat stuff, really neat stuff.
Right here.
Robert Littau from Black Sports Online. Can you talk about the versatility of this particular team? You guys have been able to outscore people throughout the year, but in this particular championship game, you were able to out-Wisconsin, and a lot of people didn't think that was possible.
Well, with 8 guys, we needed to be very versatile. So it kind of happened over, you know, how we play. And Grayson has been coming on so much that, and Matt was playing such good defense, and my guards are good. It was, you know, in some respects, the foul trouble may have helped us a little bit because I got some gritty guys in there, you know, in combinations that we didn't have on the court very much this year. You know, I have to look at it. I'll look at the tape later on because I'm not even sure who I had in all the time. But I know because John and Justice were on the bench and Marshall was on the bench, we were pretty small. And we were playing such good post defense with that small lineup. And that's where, you know, I know Matt and Emil were the linchpins of the defense. They were so darn good. And for them to take that pride without, you know, getting shots and stuff like that is terrific.
Right back here. Over on your right.
Mike, Ted Sarandis, WNYM Radio New York. Can you expand on the defensive execution down the stretch? It was really kind of a thing of beauty for those of us who enjoy defense. Decker comes in, maybe the hottest three-point shooter in the tournament, and you guys hold him to 0 for 6, and then even Kaminsky, as well as he played, did a great job at denial, and he doesn't get a shot in the last minute.
Yeah, well, with that smaller, we were switching a lot. And they were trying to ISO in the post, but our guys fought it. And Emil had one really big block, I think, on Hayes. But you know, Emil and Matt were like big guys defending them. And for, you know, they're really good. But Matt got in on Decker, and then Grayson did the whole game where he didn't have the freedom to dribble like he normally has. And Emil is a better defender against Kaminsky than Ja would be, because you know, Kaminsky's more like Leitner. You know, national play. They're not centers. They're players, and so that's difficult for a guy like Ja to defend. But Emil defended him well.
Right here in front.
Coach, the players talked about being together and being like this family unit all throughout the tournament, and they talked about early in the season about how much this would mean to them and how much you meant to them. Right. What made them about it so close, and what made you so close to them?
Well, with guys who aren't going to be here as long, what we've tried to do over the last few years is get to know them even better before they got to Duke. And for all 4 of those kids, their families are so good. They committed pretty early, and so they got to know us deeper than a normal incoming freshman. And then they got to know the guys on the team, you know, the guys coming back. It helped. Like, I think a statement that Quinn has said a couple times this week is how humble the guys are. So here you have these 4 really good freshmen coming in, and they want to blend. They want to be led. They don't want it to be about them, although it's going to be a lot about them. And they're good guys. And they had that chemistry right away. They had it's been an incredible group. I've never had a group that has had this chemistry and the brotherhood that this group has had. Maybe because it's so small. Yeah, I don't know.
We have time for 2 more right here.
Mike, Jeff Washburn, the Sports Exchange. Indianapolis has been a special place to you, obviously.
Right.
And Coach Wooden, the only guy ahead of you now, grew up 40 minutes south of here, went to college 60 minutes north of here. It's almost like there's kind of some interesting chemistry going on with you in Indianapolis. Just talk about, each of the 3 championships were unique, but to do it in John Wooden's bailiwick, so to speak.
Well, whenever you mention Coach Wooden, he's separate from everybody. But in some respects, so is Indianapolis. I want to, I don't know if you realize just how good everyone is here. All the hosts, the volunteers, the police, everyone, they're unbelievable. I want to thank them for making this experience so good for our team. And it's comfortable. Plus, this arena is the most beautiful, outside of the feeling you get at the Garden and in Cameron. This is a spectacular venue. When you walk out on the court as a player or coach and you see this arena, there's something here that's magical. I don't know. And then I don't know what it is, but it's here. And and we've done well here. But yeah, can I make just? I also want to say that for basketball, this has been a great year for basketball, and somehow there's been better cooperation in the stakeholders of the game. The stakeholders being mainly the TV people. CBS and Turner have done a fabulous job with the tournament. But ESPN does a fabulous job with it in bringing it to the 5-yard line. For some reason, and maybe it was because of following Kentucky's pursuit of perfection, ESPN and Turner and CBS they were better together. I hope that keeps going. The game needs it. And, ESPN, all they do is promote it so more people are going to watch it. But we need those stakeholders to be team members in the future of our game. The blueprint of it was this year. And I really believe that Kentucky was a catalyst for it. But I don't know if we're always going to have a undefeated team going into the Final Four. But it was better. If you look back, you're talking more about basketball. Everyone's talking more about it. Ratings are sky high, but I think it was because of that cooperation. I hope we continue to have that.
We're going to take one more question.
Greg Logan of Newsday. Mike, when you look back at this, how much satisfaction will you take from the fact that you changed your whole approach and were able to win a title in a completely different way from the past model?
They all been different. John Shire would tell you that 210 was different than 201. 201, we had a heck of a lot of talent. Not that John's team wasn't talented, but the ability to adapt is key in everything. And I think I've adapted well, and I really believe in the last decade, having the honor and the opportunity to coach our nation's team has helped me adapt even more. But it's not like you're making sacrifices. Just what does this group need from you? And then you try to give that. And as long as they're giving back, then it's a pretty cool thing. Again, I want to thank everyone in Indianapolis and the NCAA and all the volunteers and that. It's been spectacular. It's been more player friendly. The locker rooms, the hotels, everything. There's a big improvement that's gone on, to include giving money to the parents to get here. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's keep the ball rolling and try to find out more that we can do for these student athletes as we go forward. And again, I want to thank my team publicly for taking me on a great ride. So, happy guy. All right.
Thank you, Poppy.
All right. Thanks.